We are bending reality today with a diagonal optical illusion set that's going to have you doing double takes. Let's go. Welcome back to Glam Tones. My name is Gigi, and today we're going to start our optical illusion with white. It's just a nice base. You want a base so that you don't have to, well, at least for me, I didn't have to do 2 coats of the ombres. And here we are, 2 coats of white. And these are the colors we're going to use. In the pot, it looks a little more maroon than it is. It's really pink. Um, and, but it, oh, and it's pretty. You saw the thumbnail, you know it's pretty. And then we're going to come in with this, wait. We're going to come in with this creamy pink, right? It's a pink, it's cream, but there's a pinky undertone there, right? It's got a little pinkiness to it. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my colors down on my agate slice. This is the one that's not broken. If you know, you know. If you don't know, go watch some of my videos. What the hell are you doing with your life? Anyway, so I realized that doing it in the pot was just going to make a big mess. I already had gotten the dark pink in the light pink, so that's just no good. And I also noticed there was no way I was getting my brush wet enough. Although I didn't realize that at this point, I was still, not doing it right. I've only ever done this technique, I want to say one other time. I'm going to look for it on the channel and link it if I find it. So it was nice to come back to this and reacquaint myself with the technique. Really, it's just a one stroke. Really, you're just loading the brush like you're going to do a one-stroke flower or something. And instead of doing flowers, you're just painting it into stripes. So it's super, super easy and way easier than painting the flowers. Because let me tell you, I have tried to learn that a few times. And I'm still trying to do that. That's why you don't really see a ton of that on the channel, because my practice has not even come close to perfection, which we're not going for perfection on the channel. If we were, I wouldn't be doing this set. We're going for progression, but there's no progression in that for me right now. So that's why I've not shared any of my attempts yet. But I'm still working on it. So, one stroke flowers in the future at some point. So here we are just making our stripes. And let me stop talking about flowers and talk about this. Really, all you do is reverse your brush. That's the magic. Once you have it loaded, and you do need to load your brush really well, that is one of the first things I realized I was doing wrong. Brush not wet enough, not loaded enough, which I guess basically is the same thing. And you really want to get your blend well. That's one of the things I've got to watch myself on, is that when I'm doing the blend, I end up mixing more than I should. So it's a steady hand is what I'm taking from my struggles, right? And it's fine to struggle to learn something. That's the process sometimes. Sometimes you try to learn something and you realize, oh, I'm a natural at this. But that's not always the case. And just because it's not easy doesn't mean you don't push forward and keep trying. So here we are. We've basically got our stripes down. And this is the first layer of our blend. And then we're going to pop it in the old Lamparoonie and give it a full cure. It is very thin, but I still would not recommend a flash. Whoa, words. I wouldn't recommend a flash cure. I would recommend a full cure. So now I am going to show you this one more time on this. When we go the other direction, I show you all of it. I don't know why I ended up omitting the third nail. I think I just cut it out and decided not to go back and add it back in. You change things in the middle of stuff that you're doing and you just roll with it, right? That's sort of what I do anyway. So again, you're just switching your brush back and forth. You start the way that you started, right? In this case, we started with the light on the outside and the pink in the middle. And when you go to your next stripe, flip your brush so that you are doing the opposite, right? So that and I overlap the whatever color I'm flipping it to, like in this case, the lighter color to the darker color. But my first flip was the darker color to the lighter color. You see what I'm doing. You see it. You see me flip, 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 flip. Now we're going to go to the second layer. And the second layer on this is going the opposite direction. You didn't see me put down that first stripe because I took a short break for a little coffee and a little something else. And then when I came back, that first stripe, I did not press play or record. So I had to really quickly, I went, oh my goodness. And so I hit it. So you only missed the first stripe. There you go. So we're just making the stripes all the way down the nail going the other direction. The first were vertical and now we're horizontal. When I was younger, I used to never be able to remember those. I don't know why, because one is laying down and one is standing up, right? But I didn't. I struggled with that for some reason. Now with a clean brush, and listen, the brush being clean is important. So you see I've got this nice little wet with alcohol paper towel, and I am just what I remove, I wipe off because you don't want to, and it would be real easy with this to not see that you had left some gel behind and leave some gel behind. And when it's already cured, it's pretty hard to fix that. So, I mean, maybe you could, but you could also really mess it up. So clean, 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 clean your brush. If there's anything you're going to take away from this video, keeping your cleanup brush clean is just one of the most vital parts. That and switching your brush from side to side, flipping it over so that you never muddy up your color. That's vital to this look. But other than that, guys, this is really, it's not hard. It took me a minute. Oh, I want you to notice too that I have a different brush here. My other brush just fell apart. Like the bristles were starting to come loose. And when I cleaned the brush off, they all came out in my hand. So I wish I'd caught that on camera, but I didn't. I'm sorry. So I switched to this brush, which is roughly the same size, but it's shorter. And so it was easier to load the color. And the bristles are made out of something different. I'm assuming something even more plasticky, because the other ones felt more hairy, but this one feels more plastic. And I know I enjoyed working with this brush much better. Did you see how I made a mistake there and I didn't switch my brush? If you didn't see that, roll back a few seconds and look. That's why it's so important you switch your brush. There you go. And here we are back to cutting out our shape, which in this case is just diagonal lines. You can do up and down lines. You can do whatever makes you happy. You could create circles. Circles are really beautiful. I think we're going to do that soon because I had so much fun making this set. And I want a round two, right? I want a round two. So there's options with this. You can do a cutout French, right? You could do a deep French, a short French. I think a deep French looks best, but that's my choice every time. If I have a French, I prefer a deeper French to a shorter French. It just makes your fingers look longer. But that's a personal preference. If you like a shorter French, there's no short French shade, right? We're not shaming anybody here for their French. You wear the French that makes you happy. But here we are doing another nail. This one's our thumbnail, right? This is the third one. This is our thumbnail. So we are almost done here. While we're finishing this, I keep seeing all these videos about how nail techs are so angry about the new OPI set. Oh my God, how dare they do this? I think that that's all marketing hype. I think every single one of them, or at least most of them, and this is my opinion, not a fact, but I think that maybe they got a little kickback for making a video because that makes people want to go buy it even more. Maybe not. Maybe they're really mad. But if they were really that mad, they would have been saying this all the time about all the products, right? All of them. So I feel like I don't really buy it. And if they are mad, if you're a nail tech and you're watching this now and you're furiously typing in the comment section about how wrong I am, here's my question. Do you think the people buying home kits are your customers? There's a reason they're doing it at home. The people who want your services, they still want your service. So, like, what if one of your customers did buy that kit? Guys, we're doing just a really quick um ombre. Sorry, ombre wouldn't come to my mind. And we're just using a sponge to do that. Really, really simple. And here I am loading it. I realized I didn't show you that before, so I wanted to show you now. But anyway, they're not, even if your customer is doing it, it's because something's changed in their life and they can't afford you, maybe. Or they felt creative and wanted to try something, in which case they'll probably come back to you because learning nails is hard. But most of the people buying those kits can't come to you because they don't have a job that affords them that ability. And I would never begrudge anyone a shot at having something beautiful that they love. That's why I don't think most designers are up in arms in their shop uh, because somebody at home sews clothes. There are home sewers that make clothes that are better than the stuff you can buy in the store. But I never heard Michael Kors go, damn those home sewers, they're putting me out of business. So I don't know. That's my 2 cents on that. I've seen, like, Long Hair Pretty Nails just did a video where she bought the kit. I will consider buying the kit if I find it on sale. Guys, if you really want to see it, let me know below and we'll test it out. But it's not something I would naturally gravitate to buy. But you let me know. You let me know. If there's anything else you want me to try also, let me know. Is there a kiss set that you want, that you're curious about? Whatever, let me know. I don't do acrylic. I only do gel. Just a heads up. So we're just adding some gems to the ombre nails. Like, look how pretty that ombre is. Guys, if you struggle with ombre and you do your nails at home, or you're a nail tech, I don't care. Get yourself some makeup sponges and some thick gel. It works best with thick gel. You don't have to do as many coats. You can use regular gel. It just takes a lot longer because it's not as pigmented as the thick gel. Okay, guys, look at my gel. I made some milky white, and I was going to save it in my pot of that was mostly empty, and I mixed all the gel together. Part of it must have got put in here because I opened this to do this set, and there was just a blob of white in the middle, like that had soaked down. So I just mixed it together because what else are you going to do, right? So now I have a semi-sheer milky white, and I need to buy some new builder gel. The sigh could have been heard around the world. I opened it and I went, oh. I was like, how did you do this? What did you do? And that set happened over about 3 days of testing and deciding what I was going to do. It's the AI set. I'll link it up here for you guys. It's the AI inspiration set. Anyway, we're going to have to use that gel up for some fun stuff. There you go. That's all, just for some fun stuff. So we're going to come in here. We are coming in with our top coat, and today's top coat is a matte top coat. I did think about doing it shiny, but I thought it would interfere with how much you see the optical illusion of it all. Look at it here with just base coat on, which I did skip that step on camera or in the video. It is on camera, it's just not in the video. You can see though, the shiny is pretty. It really, really is. But I think something about the matte just takes it to another level. So you have to let me know in the comment section, matte or shiny, what is, because it looks great shiny. It really does, now that I think about it. But I do really like the matte once it's all cured and beautiful. And I think that that pink, even though it's not exactly the same, it's got almost a purpley shift to it. And then if you look at it another way, it's kind of golden. So I don't know, I think it fits perfectly. Look at that, guys. Isn't that gorgeous? I really loved doing this. So we are going to do it again. I'm going to have to, I want to do circles or ovals or something. So we're going to have to perfect that before I try to make a video. Maybe even we could make like groovy flowers. Guys, let me know what you'd like to see. You know, I love to hear from you. It's part of what makes this so, so much fun for me. That and learning the art. I've got some other cool ideas that I've cooked up. So definitely hit that subscribe button, because a lot of the people who watch are not subscribed. So make sure you hit that button. The quicker we get to 1,000, the quicker to our next giveaway. But I would definitely wear a set like this. So I could do it on my left hand, but I don't think I could do it with my non-dom. See you in the next video. Mwah! Bye-bye.